Good morning, Biafrans. When you come in, please like, please share. Good morning, Biafrans and wonderful people. Thank you for joining me. Where are you watching from? Good morning from my location. Please indicate where you are watching me from. Good morning, Biafrans, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Omo Chineke, ana m ekene unu this morning. Where are you watching me from? Please indicate your location. If you join me, tell me where you are watching from. I'd like to welcome you. Yeah, this yet another wonderful day. A day to remember in the history of Biafra. Oh, first timer, Sister Helen Peters, how are you doing this morning? Good morning from here. I hope you are sound. Can you now run 1,000 meters race? I hope so, because seeing you this early enough is really encouraging. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are sound. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Yeah, today is a very wonderful day in the history of Biafra. Today will be wonderful in the history of Biafra. You know, what is happening in this government is history is being set every blessed day. Every day, history is being made in this our liberation. Today, Biafra will be in European court again. Today, Biafra will be in European court today. The message of Biafra is reverberating all around the world. Thank you for joining me. Where are you watching me from? Sister Helen Peters is watching from the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom are the owners of Nigeria. And one interesting thing is that Biafrans are in United Kingdom. And Biafrans are seeing how the citizens of United Kingdom, UK, they are enjoying their government, their own government. They are enjoying good life. Their economy is good. Their citizens are enjoying the healthcare system, top notch. Their security, they will regret ever trying to stop the freedom of the Biafran people. Because what they just did, they have just propelled the engine of Biafra in the international scene. And we are grabbing it. We are accepting every challenge that the Nigerian government has given to us. Our Prime Minister is representing Biafra in a European court. Our leader, DavidNnannah BTV, is representing Biafra as well in the African scene, African court, because in Africa here, when you talk about courts in Africa, courts in Nigeria play a very major role. So our leader, DavidNnannah BTV, appearing in court, in Nigerian court, it demonstrates the porosity of the African judiciary. This network, what is actually happening? This network, the network is disturbing. This network is actually disturbing me. Where are you watching me from? Thank you for joining me this morning. If you are part of what we are doing, you can see the results coming out from the homeland. The Biafran Defense Forces, they are doing the needful. They are delegitimizing the terrorists in our land. The videos are there online. The terrorists came to kill our people. They eventually fell into the hands of the Biafran Defense Forces. And you see what the Nigerian government did. They have their informants all around Biafran territory. So this, their own informant, was very, very unlucky. After the Nigerian terrorists, army, police, and Ebubago, after they received enough water from the Biafran Defense Forces, they now called out their informant. The guy who informed them, who told them to come, that nothing they happen at Okigwe. The guy who gave them information about the Biafran Defense Forces, that they are sleeping, that most of them are walking, that they are not, protecting Biafra land. So the Nigerian government now went to the place, and we are met with stiff resistance, a very strong resistance from the Biafran Defense Forces. And their men, their personnel fell, enough men fell in the hands of the Biafran Defense Forces. And they cannot fathom that shame and disgrace that they encountered with the Biafran Defense Forces now made them to call out their informant. The informant came and they killed him. They shot him and burnt him. What was the reason for them to kill the guy? The reason they killed the guy was that he didn't give them the right information. They accused the guy of coming to hand them over to the Biafran Defense Forces to kill. So they have to waste the guy's life. So it is a very big lesson indeed, to every one of you who is working with the terrorist Nigerian government against your people. The same way that informant was killed, was punished, that is the same way, the same fate will befall you. Big Ben Owabo, thank you so much, my big brother, for being here. I appreciate your presence. So the same way they killed the informant, that is the same way they are going to deal with you. Because if you say your brother, that is one thing a lot of people don't know. And if you continue to tell them, they feel you just want to make noise, or you just want to speak for speaking case. If you say your brother, if you betray your brother, the person that bought that your brother will never trust you, because he or she knows that as long as you can betray your own, as long as you can sell your own over to the enemy, that when the chiefs are done, eventually when you are not comfortable with the sabotage, that you are going to give them over as well. So that is why it is better you stand on the path of truth. It is better you remain on the safer side. Safer side being that you have to stay with your people. Because this guy that the Nigerian terrorist killed now, nobody is going to hold the Nigerian government responsible for killing him. Not even the Biafran people. Even if he's a Biafran, he is a Biafran, we understand that. But he sold his soul to the devil. He preferred to work with the enemy against his people. He preferred his people to be in bondage. He preferred his people to be under slavery. He preferred the killings, the intimidations that our people are undergoing through every blessed day in that contraction called Nigeria. He saw all these things that is being done against our people and decided to play along with the Nigerian state. He decided to sabotage his people against Nigeria. That is why he has to pay the price. So who is now going to come and ask Nigerian questions for killing him? Who is now going to go to the family and say, oh, Ndo, sorry, you lost your loved one? No, because he fought against his own. He fought against his freedom. He fought against his people. He fought against his generation. And that is why his death is a taboo in that family. Any family that guy came out from, it's a shameful death that he died. And the family that he came out from should be very much ashamed of him for sabotaging his people, just like BIAFRA and Ifeajuna. Their names, nobody is going to answer Okabi. That name, since after the 1967 Civil War, there is no family that is giving their names Okabi, not to talk of Asika or Ifeajuna. Okay? Why? Because those names are synonymous with abomination. Yes, these are the people who were Biafrans. You know, they are Biafrans. They saw what our eternal leader Ojukwu tried to do. Our eternal leader fought for the freedom of his people and was believing on these fellow Biafran brothers to help him actualize Biafra. So he reposed some trust on them. He trusted them to join hands with him, to support him, to fight for the liberation of Biafra land. What did these people do? They now turned around. Some of them were giving money to go and buy arms. They pocketed the money and ran away. And that made the tide to turn against Biafra. So they were instrumental to the surrender of the Biafran nation to the Nigerian government. So BIAFRA and Ifeajuna's name can never be resurrected, not even in the world to come. Not in this life, not in any generation, because of their atrocity against our people, because of their sabotage against our people. Everest Emedo, good morning from here, my brother. Thank you for joining me. And where are you watching me from? Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence. So these people committed a grievous sin. In the history of Biafra, their names will always come with evil. Their families were, in fact, every family that all these people came from have disassociated themselves from that name, BIAFRA or Ifeajuna. Even Nyanwodo, the family are disassociating from them. Hope Uzodimma, do you mind to tell me that tomorrow somebody will come out and say, I am proud to be brother to Hope Uzodimma, or I am proud to come from his family? No. Why? Because of the atrocity that he is causing in Biafra land. Are you going to tell me that families of Mba in Enugu State will now be so bold and proud to come and say, oh, that yes, my brother was a former governor. I am so proud of him. Why? Because of the sabotage against Biafra. Because of what they are doing to people who are asking for their freedom. Okay? Are you going to tell me that Soludo, as he is the governor of Anambra State today, Soludo, while he was the CBN governor, he was talking about Biafra. He was even asking Nigerian government to call Biafra agitators to the table so that they have to resolve this issue of agitations every blessed year, every year about Biafra. Soludo, this present Soludo, when he was CBN governor, he called himself a professor. He was giving some eloquent speeches People were listening, going to symposiums and giving speeches. Oh, people were clapping for him that this is a Biafran son. And he used that opportunity to buy the minds of a lot of Biafrans. Okay? Then the Nigerian government have to use him. And immediately he was elected as the governor of Anambra State. The first assignment that he was given was to stop the sit-at-home for the release of DavidNnannah BTV, to stop the sit-at-home for the civil disobedience that Biafrans decided against the Nigerian government. This was the same man that was speaking for Biafra. He never capitalized on his election to even propel Biafra to a greater height. So are you saying that with the atrocities of all these people in government houses against Biafra, that tomorrow their children will be proud? Oh, I am proud that my father, when he was a governor, he did this, he did that, he succeeded, he achieved a lot for Biafra. No, you are not going to be proud of it. And eventually, their names will go into oblivion. And when Biafra comes, all these people that contributed in one way or the other against our restoration, they are going to pay a price for that. Yes. And you cannot blame the Biafran people for any punishment that these people are going to undergo through. Very, very important, because a lot of people don't understand the blessedness of Biafran territory. They don't understand the sacredness of our land. DavidNnannah BTV tried to educate us that our land is the land of Okike himself, the land of God, a land designed for the habitation of God's children, a land that is filled with milk and honey, a land that is supposed to be respected, a land that is supposed to be adored, a land that Chukwu Okike Abiama really designed for himself, for people to enjoy and live the life that Chukwu Okike Abiama promised us that we should live. Yet, a lot of our people do not want us to live the way Chukwu Okike wants us to live, a land that our ancestors left for us, a land that is a land of peace and justice. That is the land that a lot of people who we don't know where they come from, we now want the Fulanese, we now want the outsiders, terrorists, to come and take over our land because of their material gains, because of their political affiliations or political standing or positions in Nigeria. And you want the Biafran people, after we have undergone through all these hurdles, after all these temptations and trials that have cost a lot of our people's lives, and you want us to just welcome you and accept you when Biafra is fully restored. It is not going to happen. It will never happen. Everybody who has contributed negatively to Biafra, you have a very big price to pay. You will pay a very big price. And there is nothing anybody can do. Thank you for joining me. Evarist, you are watching from the United States of America. Evarist, there is something that our leader said, and our Prime Minister have always reiterated that fact. In the United States of America that you are watching us from, there are a lot of Biafrans who are doing exceptionally well. Not only in the United States of America, but then I want to use it as a case study or as a point of reference, because DavidNnannah BTV, our leader, told us that those in the United States of America would fund the freedom of the Biafran nation. And when our leader was touring the United States of America and making all these broadcasts and making all these speeches, A lot of our people from that area welcomed this all important submissions or brokers from our leader. And those in America, we fund our liberation. What does it mean? It means that those in America have the capacity. They have the capacity. They have the financial muscle. They are capable. They can take care of our freedom. Our leader can never make a statement that he's not sure of, because our leader have seen the men of timbers and calibers from the United States of America. Okay? Our leader have seen it. And there is something that BIGGEE Nnannah also made us to understand. Our leader said it categorically clear that if you find yourself in America or any country outside Africa and you are doing exceptionally well, a place that you are. And that reason being that at a time like this, when our people need to be free, all of you in the United States of America and Europe, but I'm using reference point, United States of America, all of you should understand that that position of authority, of influence, or that money that you are making in America, you should use it for the freedom of your people. The same United States of America, BIGGEE Nnannah came in 2015. He came in 2015 when World Igbo Congress called him to come and give, as a special guest. Our leader came to them and spoke to them. And our leader told them that he need guns and bullets. He need to defend Biafran territory. He need to protect our women and our children because the terrorists are coming to take over our land. That they are very close, and that if we don't defend our land, they are going to overrun us, and we are going to be slaves forever in our land. So after all these submissions of our leader, after all these brokers of our leader and advice of our leader, a lot of people from the same United States of America who saw, who witnessed, who listened to BIGGEE Nnannah today are not supporting the freedom of their people. They are not supporting the freedom of their people. So Everest, what is the Everest Emedo? What do you think is the reason of our people nonchalant attitude towards the freedom of our people, especially our people in the United States of America that you are watching us from? I know you are part of the government, and I may not know whether you are supporting the government, but I just want to ask you from this point of view, what is the reason why that our people in the United States of America, having listened to the voice of our leader BIGGEE Nnannah and seeing what we are undergoing in our land, Biafra, why are they not coming out en masse to support the freedom of their people? Because I believe and I know, according to our leader, if those in the United States of America have supported this liberation with their full chest, like our leader said, I don't think by now we will be asking for people to make donations to the Biafran Defense Forces. Because even the COS, the most articulate minister Snow, each time we come on space, he continued to say it because he lives in the United States of America. He said it every blessed day he comes on space, that we have men and women, we have boys and girls, we have people who are doing exceptionally well from the United States of America, but they are not contributing towards our freedom. Is it because they are comfortable with the government of America? Is it because they are comfortable where they are living large, they are enjoying their lives? Then they forget that there are people in their homeland that is actually begging to have a little of what they are enjoying in the United States of America. This is really, really heartbreaking when we listen about, when we continue to, when we continue to look at what is happening in our land, and when we consider how our people are making money in the United States of America, living large, some have companies here and there, so freedom, most of them are not contributing. They don't even want to support our freedom. Why? What is the reason? What is the reason for that? What is the, it beats my imagination. It beats my imagination that you are in another man's land. You are in another man's land. You are enjoying your life. Okay? You see how the government of that land that you are treating their citizens. You see the security. You see their economy. You see their transport system. You see their healthcare system. And this is actually what our leaders, our prime minister want to bring to Biafran territory. And you actually understand that that area that you are, that United States of America, people made it to be what it is today. People died. People fought for it. People fought for America to be what it is today. As a matter of fact, America fought Britain to be what it is today. The same Britain that we are fighting today. So now, our people went to America. They got some good jobs. They are living large, doing well, enjoying because of the, because of what American government policies are towards their citizens. So you were given American citizenship, and you enjoy the equal rights and opportunities of every citizen of America. You have a very developed network system. Security is top-notch. Okay, healthcare system, everything is going down well. And you so much love it that even when you have opportunity of coming down to Biafran land, you don't even spend 1 month or 2 months, or you don't even feel relaxed because you have seen the porosity of the security in your land. And yet, that your land is fighting to be free from the stronghold of the British and the Nigerian government. That your land is fighting to make sure that what you are enjoying in America, they can be able to put it in place in their own land. You are in America. You are not asked. Nobody is asking you to come down to Biafra land and pick up the guns and fight against the terrorists in our land. No. Nobody is asking you to come down to Biafra land and station yourself or try to speak against Nigeria. No. You are living in the comfort of your zone, doing everything. You are enjoying your life. What the Biafran government wants from you is just for you to support the liberation, because we have the men and women who are defending our land and our territory. That is the only thing that is needed from all of you in the United States of America. But a larger majority of Biafrans in the United States of America are not keen into this restoration of freedom that their people are suffering from. Eat hamburger, eat sandwiches, live and grow big stomach, have companies here and there. They forget about the sufferings of their people in the homeland. They forget about their ancestors who drowned in the sea, saying they can never be slaves in a foreign land. They forget about the atrocities that the Nigerian government committed against our people in 1967 to 70. They forgot about the genocide that were committed against our people. If you look at the gory pictures of all those children that were starved to death, did such thing happen in America? Did such thing happen in America for them to be free? It never happened. Then why would that, not only that singular videos or photos that you see of these children who were starved to death should have propelled every Biafran that is living in America to support their freedom down home? But it's quite unfortunate, and it breaks our hearts that a lot of Biafrans who are doing well outside Africa are not doing the needful. They are not helping people, their people in the homeland, to be free. Rather, they are supporting the terrorist Nigerian government to continue to hold us down because, the Nigerian government may promise them position, promise them contract here and there, and that contract will make you to forget the sufferings of your people in the homeland. While you are busy romancing with Nigerian government, the Fulani terrorists are taking over our communities. The Fulani terrorists are killing our mothers, raping our women. The Fulani terrorist government are making policies that are driving the young men away from the communities, leaving only the elderly, the women and the children. And when the terrorists come, these women and children are left at the mercy of the terrorists. It's very, very heartbroken, and it's very, very unfortunate. So if you are listening to me anywhere you are all around the world, and you are not contributing, and you are not supporting the freedom of your people, shame unto you. I am telling you, if you are listening from me anywhere that you are listening from all around the world, and you have seen the atrocious activities, and you have seen the suffering of our people in Biafran territory, you have seen how people suffer in order to make ends meet. You have seen how people suffer in order to send their children to school. You have seen how our people suffer. You have seen how people suffer in order to even put food on their table. In some cases, a family that have female children encourage them to go into prostitution so that they can be able to bring food to the family. In some cases, fathers or parents send their children away so that they can go and meet, oh my goodness me, they can go and meet their death early enough because they want them to start hustling early enough so that they can be able to take care of themselves. In some cases, women, young girls who their parents could not pay their school fees or could not buy handout for them, could not even go to the university. You find a scenario whereby they will be entangled with somebody who has one or more than two wives, just for the sake they don't have money, just for the sake they can't take care of themselves. And they fall prey to all these terrorists. They fall prey to all these ritualists, kidnappers, just for the singular reason that they want to make ends meet. They want to better their lives. And you are in America, living large. You have companies here and there. You have properties here and there. You cannot even support the freedom of your people. Okay, even if you don't want to support with your, you don't want any support, the Biafran government have also made it even very easier for even businessmen. If you know you are a businessman, yes, you don't want to put your money where there will not come in, there will be no profit coming from it. The Biafran government made it possible that you can at least loan the government this your money, and you will have 100% interest rate given to you when Biafra is fully restored. Your money is not lost. Most of you are not embracing this avenue. You want to buy shares from Shell, you want to buy shares from Knifecon, you want to buy shares, every company in Nigeria, you want to buy share from it because you need your business to boom. You need to make more money. Your money is safe. You don't want to embrace this special IOU loan that will The Biafran government will always remember you for your support when freedom is needed for your people, that you never betrayed your people. You never left your people behind. So this is just a word for those who are living in diaspora who are not supporting. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, has done his own bit. Even doing, and our leader is still doing. What is your own bit as a Biafran in America? What is your own bit as a Biafran in Latin America? Anywhere that you are all around the world, what is your own contribution towards your freedom? The only contribution that is needed of you is to support financially. Once you support financially, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is paying the price, sacrificing. The network is disturbing. The network is disturbing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is paying a very big price. Even at the death of his parents, he's still very strong. Our Prime Minister, the same thing. These are sacrifices they are paying for freedom. What is your own sacrifice? The only sacrifice that you have is their contribution. You are a Gemma. You are a Gemma. Is the only sacrifice that the government needs from you. The government made it so open. Even if you don't want to be seen, even if you don't want to be known, even if you want your name to be hidden till the rest of your life or till Biafra comes, you have an opportunity. The government of Biafra will protect your identity. Nobody will know who you are if you don't want to be known. We are going to protect you until Biafra is fully restored. Then if you want your information, if you want your personality to be reviewed, then the Biafran government can do that. So what has the government not done for every one of us? What has it not done? And besides, this freedom is not about only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is about our race. It is about a generation. It is about who we are. It is about a Biafran nation. It is about children of Chukwu Okike Abiama, that God have said this is the time for our freedom. It is about you. It is about me. And it is about your children, so that even when you are not here, most of you who pass through the Mediterranean Sea to go to America, that your children may not pass through that again. Most of you who suffered in the hands of Nigerian government, that your children will never ever suffer again in the hands of the Nigerian government. Because if we don't have this freedom at this time, my brother, our race will be wiped away. Our children will be under subjugation. Our land will be under occupation till perpetuity, till eternity. And do you want your children, after yeah man in America, yeah man, what's up nigga, after all this what's up nigga, their nigga will end up in America. Your nigga, yeah man, will end up in America. Your children will not know the land that their father came out from. Your children will not know your ancestors. Eh? Your children will not know that you came out from the land of Chukwu Okike Abiama himself. You will not take your children to the land that gave birth to you. You want your children to die in America because you have seen a place that is civilized. You have seen a place that is developed. You call Africa shithole. You call your land shithole. Even when the government of Biafra is here to better the life of your people in the homeland, even to better the territory that you are calling shithole, instead of you to support and make sure that this betterment comes to fruition, you are kicking against it. What have you to gain, my wonderful people and lovers of freedom? You that is staying in America, what have you to gain by supporting the subjugation of your land? What have you to gain by not supporting the freedom of your people? You know, I don't know. Because does it mean that a lot of you don't want freedom? Is it what it means? Does it actually mean that a lot of people don't want other people to be free? Now, so I like subjugation. Now, so I like slavery. Is that how much people love slavery? We don't love slavery. God forbid that I remain slave in a land that my father's children, my fathers were never a slave. So why am I going to be a slave? Why are my children going to be slaves in the land that the God himself gave to them? Yeah? So I hate slavery. That is why I am joining my government to make sure that I contribute my little quota towards the freedom of my people. So if you are in America and you are not supporting the freedom of Biafra back home, it means you love slavery. It means you don't love your people. James, thank you so much for joining me. Where are you watching me from? A word for those who are living in America. I just want to remind them of what our leader told them to do. Our leader told all of you our freedom. But the reason why Biafrans are contributing all over the world is because those in America have failed our leader. Those in America have failed DavidNnannah BTV. That is why Biafrans are contributing all over the world. Even that contribution is not enough, because to fight a war is very, very expensive. Ukraine is Russia as well. They are fighting and seeking for financial support. Imagine the independent nation seeking for financial support. Then compare it to Nigeria that is corrupt and had the resources, stealing our resources from our land and using it to kill our people, than us who are depending on the little contribution that our people are making. On the contribution that our people are making, that is the contribution that is sustaining the Biafran Defense Forces till tomorrow. So those of you in America, I want to tell you that you people have disappointed DavidNnannah BTV. You people have disappointed DavidNnannah BTV. Those of you in America, I have to be very, very specific. Donaskilo, thank you so much for joining me. You people have disappointed DavidNnannah BTV. All of you in America, I'm not saying all of you, because a lot of Biafrans as well are contributing from the United States of America. But that prophecy of our leader, you made it look like it was a lie. Because our leader said that those of you in America should fund the liberation of your land, the freedom of your people. How often do you contribute? When you have 1,000 ejemma in your account, you come and give us 20 ejemma. When you have 50,000 ejemma in your account, you cannot give us 100 of your account. You cannot use it to support your people so that your people can be free. We know those who are contributing for our freedom, and we pray the land of our ancestors, ndị mbụ na ndị egede, ndị ichie, all those people who are contributing for our freedom wholeheartedly with their hard-earned money and resources, may they never lack, may their pocket never run dry. Enigwe nana gbaa m aka ebe, eke orie afọ nkwọ gbaa m aka ebe. All these people that are contributing for our freedom, they will never run dry. But those of you in America who prefer hamburger to freedom, who prefer cheeseburger to freedom, the land of our ancestors will never forgive you. DavidNnannah BTV will be very much disappointed anywhere he is. He is passing through a lot of intimidation, stress, harassment because of us, because of you that is in America, eating hamburger, cheeseburger. Nay, we BIGGEE. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What's up? What's up, man? What's up, nigga? What's up, this? What's up, that? Every time. And your land is under siege. The Fulanese are taking over our land. Tinubu and Shetima are planning every day how to destroy the Biafran Defense Forces, how to make sure that our land is never free, how to make sure that they derail the freedom that this government is standing solidly for. And you are in America. instead of you to galvanize, instead of you to come together. Call your brothers and sisters who are very close to you together and tell them on the need for them to support this freedom. Because when this freedom comes, all of you that contributed, we are going to appreciate every one of you. Most of us in Africa, we know our capabilities. Okay, we know our capabilities, but I don't see a reason why me personally I can be even making $1,000 on a monthly basis or on 2 months basis, then I cannot give 100 ejema or 200 ejema for my freedom, when I know my children will benefit from the freedom when we are free. Then something must be wrong with me. Then I must be a stupid man. I must be senseless, because I cannot be here till eternity. Okay, when I go tomorrow, then what will be the fate of my children? What will be their fate if I didn't get this freedom before I exit the scene? That is what most of you should think about. The life that you are living is not yours. Okike determines who live. Okay, so now that you are living, now that you are alive, use that thing that Okike used in blessing you to help your people to be free from the terrorist Nigerian state. Very, very important. So this morning, I deviated from my topic anyway, but it's very, very important that I let our people know the prophecy of our leader, what DavidNnannah BTV said about those of you in America. Those of you in America should wake up, rise up, Americans. I will make a special program for that, maybe tomorrow or thereafter. Americans should rise up and at least vindicate DavidNnannah BTV. They should vindicate our leader, DavidNnannah BTV, that they are here to fight for our freedom. And they can support Biafran Defense Forces to make sure that Biafra is free from the Nigerian terrorist state. But today, what we are talking about this morning, European Court, what do you have to say about it? Between 1967 to 1970, when Ojukwu fought the war, when Biafrans fought the first Biafran-Nigerian civil war, there was no representation at the United Nations. We didn't have lobbyists who were creating awareness in Capitol Hill. We didn't have lobbyists who are going to Washington, D.C. to talk about the issues of Biafra or the genocide that is committed against our people, the pogroms, the killings that were happening in Biafran territory. We didn't have people who were speaking for us. Okay? We didn't have the likes of Elias, our lobbyist. We didn't have Amanda Biri. We didn't have the Prime Minister then, who made and created a lot of awareness for people to wake up and know that freedom is very, very important. We didn't have DavidNnannah BTV then, who went to America, who was in UK and was preaching through the messages, through the platforms or radio. Although we have our eternal leader, Ojukwu, almost every one of them were based in Biafran land. Every one of them, during the declaration, no one was fighting from diaspora. That was the reason why the issue of Biafra was never in the global stage like that, like it is today. So I want you to understand that Chukwu Okike Abiama have destined that Biafra will be restored in our own time. And that is why everything is playing out the way it is playing out today. Our leader in 2015 told the Nigerian government that he is coming to Nigeria. They said that if he comes, he's going to be arrested, that fear that he will not have the courage to come down to Nigeria. Behold, DavidNnannah BTV left the United Kingdom and told Nigerians that he is coming, and he went. He was arrested in his hotel, and that was the beginning of the Biafran freedom that we are witnessing today. And after 2 years, he was released in 2017, and the awareness continued. That was when a lot of people awoke from their sleep and actually listened to what our leader DavidNnannah Kanu was saying, and they now knew that he was saying the truth and the fact. And Nigerian government, in order to silence him, they went to Kenya and kidnapped him. And that kidnap brought about Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, who now took us to a state that we are now, the government of Biafra, that nobody can destroy the government anymore, because we are not in government. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was championing Biafra under a group, IPOB, but now we are under a government, and if one person falls out, if one person falls out, another person will take the center stage. Now we have a government that is speaking for us. This government is known by the American Congress. This government is known by the UK Congress. Every government of the world know about Biafran Republic government in exile. Of course, they know how countries got their independence through exiled governments. So they now know about our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Even those who think that the world know about the kidnap of our leader, they kept quiet because they see what is playing out. They want to know how it's going to end. And they don't want to come in yet, because they want us to do what we need to do in order for them to intervene. Okay? The world wants us to do what we need to do in order for them to intervene. And we are doing what we need to do. As a matter of fact, what happened to our Prime Minister was that thing they want us to do that our Prime Minister was able to take us to. That was why they say, if we leave this Simon Ekpa, Nigerian government saw it. The European Union saw it. They say, if we leave this man, now so they go destroy our relationship with the minerals in Biafra land, with the resources in Biafra land. So the reason why our Prime Minister is being held is because of Biafra. Not because of Prime Minister, not because of any incitement, or not because of any terrorist charge, or not because of any terrorism, but they have to use something to mention that this is why they are holding him. The reason why they arrested or they hold Simon Ekpa is because of Biafra. They know that Biafra is imminent. They want to see if they can stop the progress that we have made so far, and that is why they went and arrested our Prime Minister, and to see what this government is, really what this government is. And we have demonstrated to them that we are a government, and it is what it is. And that is why Ogechukwu Nkere was elected on the continuity part until Prime Minister comes out. So today, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, Obatobie himself, the good guy, the ambassador of peace, he will be appearing in a European court today in representation of Biafran freedom. So I want you to look out how Nigerian government is shaking, because they have a bigger shock coming to them. They never envisaged that this the awareness being created by the arrest of Prime Minister, they never envisaged this moment. They never knew that it's going to be every day the awareness is going to be increasing. They thought that, when they just arrest Simon Ekpa, everybody that was following Simon Ekpa will now disappear. They never knew that we are in a government, okay, that the arrest of a Prime Minister, another person will take charge until the Prime Minister rejoins us. Because government is a continuum, okay? They are surprised, and they will continue to be flabbergasted. They will be surprised, they will be shaken, they will be disappointed, no matter the all amount of antics that they have released, including their errants and saboteurs that they have working for them. All of them will be disappointed. All of them from A to Z, they will be disappointed. Yes, because we have come that this Biafra will be restored. And like our leader said, now that we have come, no generation will be like us. And even when we have left, this generation, they will even want us to remain here till eternity. Because Chukwu Okike Abiama designed those who came at this moment to fight for this freedom. God chose them. That is why he told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when the time comes, I will send you men and women. So when you look at the Biafran cabinet members, the men and women who are piloting the affairs of Biafra, of the government today, will you say that these men and women were not chosen before they were born? They were chosen, and that is why, despite the sabotage in 2024 by Ngozi, 97% of those who were with the government went through Ngozi. But yet, 3%, only 3% sustained the government up to today. That is to show you that Akachukwu Odenia, you can never destroy Biafra. Nigeria can never destroy Biafra. So if you are being, bought over, if you are being bribed to come and fight against our freedom, you will never succeed. You have already failed, because the gatekeepers are here to always keep the door closed when it is necessary. Okay? The gatekeepers are here to always protect the BIGGEE, to always protect our government at every time. Biafrans, 99.9% Biafrans all over the world want freedom. What you see, the sabotages, all these pockets of sabotage, are people who are inconsequential, people who need money, people who need influence, people who are not Biafrans, who were just born in Biafra land, but are not 100% Biafran blood. These are the only people that can take money to sabotage their freedom. These are the only people that can see what the government are doing, but yet they are trying to sabotage it. These people are not Biafrans. We have known them for who they are, and they will continue to fail. But Biafra, nothing is going to stop the emergence of Biafra on this planet Earth. And that is why we appeal to each and every one of you to always use your number 6. You will know that this time around, it is Biafra or Biafra. Nothing can stop that. So support the Biafran Defense Forces. Importantly, those of you in America, I still come back to you. It is an appeal, my brothers and sisters who are living in America, all those who are in Asia, in diaspora. We have suffered much. We are suffering as I speak to you. In so many countries of this world, Biafrans are suffering. Biafrans are dying day by day. Some are dying through depression, hypertension. Why? Because they have no opportunity of making it in life. They have tried all their possible best. Some even commit suicide. Biafrans now commit suicide because they could not make ends meet. These are things that are alien to us. Okay? These are things that we only hear it on the news, that one Oyibo man, because his girlfriend leave him, he go commit suicide, or because he could not pass his exam, he go commit. We are not known for committing suicide, but it's happening now. Because when you consider after finishing your school, you don't have job. When you have attained the age of getting married, you have no money in your account. You have no job. Then you consider, what is life worth living when you cannot fend for yourself? You even have children. You can't send them to school. You can't feed them. You have a wife. You can't feed her. And your wife will now go out and be searching for how to bring food to the house. And you will look at it and consider yourself, you are not even able to be a human. Most times, people take their lives because of that. Ordinarily, if we have our nation Biafra, everybody will be employed. Nobody will be unemployed. There are a lot of opportunities in Biafra land. A lot of it. But because of the policies of the Nigerian government against Biafrans, People are not given that opportunity to be able to embrace the opportunity that is filled over Biafran territory. You see people running out of Biafra land, and when they go out, in order to make ends meet, they go into some businesses, some businesses that are very dangerous to health. Some go into crime, and you know, when you go into crime, there is a possibility you may fail at any particular time. So that is the reason why that is the reason they don't want us to be free. They don't want us to be free. They want us to. It's network problem. I'm having network challenges. Osas, good morning from here. Thank you for joining me. Alozie, Ambrose, I thank you as well. Thank you for joining me. Anywhere that you are listening from, all of this, the time to act is now. I may be signing. Network is disturbing me. The time to act is now, Biafrans. Let us vindicate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those of you in America, try to vindicate our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He promised and he told Biafrans that those of you in America is going to fund our liberation. And we are in this recognition at this particular time. Please come out in mass. Support the freedom of your people. Fund the freedom of our people. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Otherwise, your children will be slaves. Your children will be slaves in their own land. Save that money for hamburger, cheeseburger, for chicken, and all the rest of them. Save it and use it to fight for the freedom of your people. We are going to appreciate it the more when we are free. Then those things that we are enjoying all around the world, outside our land, we are going to continue to, the government of Biafra will put all those things in place in Biafran territory so that everybody will enjoy it. And then you have done your part. And we will continue to appreciate you, continue to appreciate your contributions for our freedom. Very, very important. Umu Chineke, we are begging on you. We are pleading on you. Those of you in America, in Asia, all around the world, in diaspora, this is our time to be free. This is the time to be free. There is no better time than now. Our Biafran people, this is the time to be free. Our Prime Minister is in a European court today. Biafra is appearing in a European court today as a result of the actions and activities that you and I embarked upon. Freedom for our people. Freedom for our people. We cannot ask for less. We must be free. Forget about what they are saying, incitement, our Prime Minister have no case to answer. They want to make sure that they actually know what is playing out in Biafra. That is why our Prime Minister is held. And trust me, you saw our Prime Minister last appearance in court. He came with Biafran charter. Oh my goodness me. That was very, very wonderful. I was very much, Ona amaro otu anyị si wee kwado. Odogwu, ihe anyị nwere bụ odogwu in this freedom. Men who really came out for this freedom. Our Prime Minister and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These men were cooked. They were prepared for Biafran freedom. You remember when our Prime Minister always travel, Osige, Odogwu adigo ka ọ ga-adị. Odogwu adigo ka ọ ga-adị. Very wonderful. Our leader is not shaking. He's not shaking because he knows the mission that he embarked upon. So we ourselves should support them. The only way you can support them is through finance, through support financially. That is the only way we can support them. Because the men on ground, they are ready, ever ready at any time. They have over 100,000 men under arms. And these men, they need logistics, they need feeding, They need all the necessary equipment to withstand and drive away all these terrorists from our land. And these things that they need cost money. That is why those of you in America comes in. That is why those of you in UK comes in. That is why those of you in Germany, all these nations that pay with dollars and pounds, that is where you people comes in. Support our freedom, Umu Chineke. Support our freedom. Only our land will bear you witness that you supported and made your people to be free. Okay? Very, very important. So I appreciate every one of you who have joined me this morning. Remember, Biafra goes to court today. Remember, Biafra is going to court today. Our Prime Minister is the spokesperson of Biafra today. And even if we didn't get any information from Finnish court, I want you to know that every court case that our Prime Minister appears on, the Biafran government is being briefed by the attorney, the Biafran attorney. Okay? The one in Finland, they are being briefed. So it is only those that will be made possible, only those briefings that are necessary for public consumption, that the government of Biafra will make public for the Biafran people. Anyone that they did not make public, we are not going to hear it. So don't be worried. Oh, well, you did not hear anything from the court. Yes, because Nigeria is a terrorist nation. You saw last time that our Prime Minister came to court. Did you hear any finish? Did you even hear the prosecutor asking Prime Minister question? No. But the Nigerian news media was now going agog that the Prime Minister have denied being a Prime Minister. He's a content creator. The Prime Minister says he's a content creator. And when you ask them to give you evidence of where Prime Minister under cross-examination said that he's a content creator, they can't give you that. And that is why Finland already know what Nigeria is made of. Finland know that Nigeria, that Nigeria can never be trusted. Even in their testimony, they said, including the report that they get against the Prime Minister, it cannot be trusted. Because Nigeria is, I don't understand. They don't have access to information. They will create one. They don't have access to news. They will create one. They now were spreading the news, including their TVC news. Oh, that Prime Minister said he's now a content creator. Content creator. Have you seen everything that the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, did? Everything that our government was doing, it's on social media. Okay? So how can now Prime Minister, who is an international lawyer himself, who studied international law, will now come out and say that all the things that he said he's a content creator? Who believed that? But this is being aired in Nigerian national news platforms. And people are saying that people are listening to garbage. So we must keep them quiet. Let them continue to carry their propaganda, carry it, go left and right. Anyhow they like it, they can say it. We are not going to be moved. Because at the end of this process, only truth stands the test of time. Okay? They will, in fact, then go respond to tire. Then go confess tire. We got to watch them. We got only bring them the necessary information that is needed for people to understand. It's just like last 3 months, they were saying, oh, Nigeria have concluded plans to extradite Mazi Simon Ekpa. Nigeria news saying that, something that you never heard. If you ever have time to listen to Nigerian news, it means any news you get from Nigeria are fake news. So today, our Prime Minister will be in court. Biafra will be in court. We don't know what Nigeria will say. Their news is different from the Finnish news. So don't listen to Nigerian news. They are always going to deceive you. Okay? So Biafrans, I thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you increase your support for the Biafran Defense Forces. You can see the woto going on in Biafran territory. Yes, this is what is needed. We want to control our territory so that Biafra will be recognized immediately without any delay. Very, very important. And your support is very, very important. Support the Biafran Liberation Army. Support our government. Ogechukwu Nkere, our acting prime minister, we salute you, sir. That man doesn't talk, but his actions speak louder than the words they want him to speak. He's doing exceptionally well. Our acting prime minister, we salute you. Continue to do what you know best how to do. The reason why prime minister selected you, we know that because he knows that you are a goal getter. He knows that he knows that you know. So Ogechukwu Nkere, we appreciate you for what you are doing for us, our acting prime minister Ogechukwu Nkere. Thank you so much. And that your speech on Sunday, very, very wonderful. We so much appreciate you. And Biafrans, your acting prime minister is doing more than enough. Don't listen to all these gossipers, all these blackmailers, all these content creators who try to use his name to create content. Okay, what they now come up with, there is a video where you see our acting prime minister, maybe some years back, was, going to, I don't know whether he's farm or whatever. They are now telling you that, oh, he went to Nigeria and Nigerians, he went to Nigeria and the Nigeria did not arrest him. This, that. At least you never saw him with the Nigeria Security Agency. Did you see him did that? And you cannot give us information. You cannot give us an authentic, verifiable evidence that he went to Nigeria recently. Even if he went to Nigeria recently, did you see him with Nigeria people? Did you see him with security, Nigerian security, like Chinasa Moshe and Chike Dozieha, and all those people that we are saying they were fighting for freedom? No. But what I know is that that bush that he was clearing is where they are going to build prisons for all of you that are saboteurs. That will be where Biafran government will build prisons for all of you who are sabotaging our freedom. All of you, una go here and for this time around. I want to remind you, don't play with our government. The sabotage of our leader, people who sabotaged him, are still roaming around the streets of Lagos, Abuja, and Biafran territory. No price they paid. People who sabotage our prime minister, una no go free. This is the beginning of every saboteur that put hand in the sabotage of Biafra. The government of Biafra will hold each and every one of you accountable to your atrocities against our government. That is why Ngozi, kwado for your prison. That place where Ogechukwu Nkere is clearing, that is where the prison will start. They will start building prison from there. So Ngozi and her children, all these psychiatric children, following Ngozi Orabueze, all of you should prepare, because Biafra is not going to forgive anyone who tried to destroy the freedom for Umuchukwu Okike Abiama. It's not going to happen. Not in this generation that we are. I salute each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me. When next I come your way, please like, share. So when I graduate to a laptop, then we may be making video. I will put up a link where you can join and make your submission. But for now, we are still doing it this way. So please like and share. And if you have not subscribed, please do so and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I salute our leader. I appreciate his commitment. I also salute the Biafran forces for their delegitimization of the terrorists in Biafra. I salute every one of you that is donating for our freedom. Thank you so much, Acting Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere. I appreciate you as well. Airborne to the Biafran Defense Forces. And thank you for joining me. See you next time as I will sign out from here. Ndewo no mu Chineke. Bye.